on the quarterback.
If we get one DT and one right tackle, but I think they finna have Illuminor be the right tackle, honestly. Already know he played for the Patriots. He was the right tackle for the Patriots. He already know the offense.
Well, didn't we just get Chandler Jones, though, too?
Yeah, we got Chandler. Crazy. We got Jayon Brown. He nice. He picked off Mac Jones today twice. Like, our linebacker core is a strength now. Like, we got people sideline to sideline. Yeah, Diablo. He was a former safety. Morg is, like, last year as a rookie, he was top 8 safety. So, being top 5, man, that shouldn't be nothing. Abram, like I said, as long as he finishes tackles, he's there because he's on every play. He's either just a highlight or a blown play. But the wild shit is his coverage sucks, but this nigga got the most interceptions out of that whole draft class for like the last 2 years.
Who, Abram?
Yeah, because he usually gets like 2 picks a year.
Oh, shit, man. I'm ready, fellas. I appreciate the patience.
Yes, sir. You good.
Wet my whistle a little bit.
Are we going to talk about the mans with the glizzy straw? Is that
I didn't even... Did it work? Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I couldn't finish watching it. Like I just was laughing.
So he had a hot dog and he took a straw, put a hole through it. This is some shit you would do.
And drunk beer.
He put it in a beer
30
cup.
seconds into the fucking episode, Liza's already running in his mouth. Go ahead.
And just start sucking the glizzy straight through the for the beer. It was like a straw for beer. Yeah, something you'll do.
A hot dog straw, a glizzy straw.
You can teach the best of us.
Nah, I eat pussy.
That's what you say.
I'll suck on some titties.
Hey, man, you be so on the deal that you just don't admit to, the weird shit that you be doing on the side. I don't talk to you every day. You talk to him every day?
Yeah, just about every day.
Just about. There's at least one day a week where you're doing some weird, nasty shit. That's Liza T for y'all, man. But anyways, welcome back to Talk Smack with Mac. This is going to be a good one, man. We're going to be talking some Raider football today. I got some heavy hitters, man. Some Raider fans in this bitch and some all-around football enthusiasts on this motherfucking podcast today. Starting from the bald-headed piece of shit in front of me, I got Liza T on his podcast. He's always coming in here and saying some stupid shit that usually doesn't make sense. But for some reason, I like this motherfucker. He's my dog, so I keep on inviting him back on this thing. And now we got two people jumping on this bitch for the first time. Anthony right here, this youngin. He's coming in here. He's jumping on the pod. He's holding it down for the young folk. He's bringing some football knowledge and experience to the table, just like everybody else but me, pretty much. Shit. Then after him, I got the heavy hitter Bell in this motherfucking building, man.
What it do?
This is the guy I go to when I'm trying to work on my footwork in boxing, and somebody I want to just get a little nervous and get scared with. I'd be like, man, hey, Bell, pull up, man. We about to spar. I need to face my fears.
I try. Yeah. What it do, y'all.
Yes. I appreciate y'all jumping on, man. We're just going to jump right to it. Raider football. Last year, the Raiders were 10-7.
Yes,
that's
sir.
fucking incredible considering all the turmoil that they went through. They had the Henry Ruggs situation. They had the John Gruden situation. And somehow these guys were still able to come out 3 games over 500, which I think was pretty incredible. I thought they were about to be toast and were going to fold quickly after all that shit happened. Man, how do y'all feel about the season last year? And do you think it was, I guess, exceeding your expectations considering everything that happened?
I mean, it's tough, though. I wouldn't say exceeding because from the start of the season, I expected them to get to the playoffs. Now, after everything transgressed, I don't even like bringing it up. I don't even like saying the accident. I don't like saying the email. I don't even like bringing it up like the Hillary Clinton. I just leave that shit alone. So, but, I mean, I knew it was going to be some adversity to get through. But like I said, the past 2 seasons, I think they learned from the collapses. Like, hey, like, shit gonna happen, like, regardless. Like, nobody liked that feeling of going on a 4 or 5 game losing streak or whatever the case was. So it was
somebody's getting fired. Yeah. That shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I keep going back to it. Any given Sunday, man, Willie beaming. It's contract time. Somebody ain't coming back. Like, who you want it to be? It ain't gonna be me. So they nutted up. They did their shit.
How y'all feel about last year?
Oh, I mean, I was surprised, bro. To be honest, like after the John Gruden stuff, I was like, Rick Bisaccia, what was that? That was his name? Bisaccia. I didn't think he could like lead that group of men to the playoffs. Let alone, I didn't think they was gonna win like 4 more games. I was making bets with my homies, like, y'all not about to win more. I was like,
I thought it was a wrap. I thought it was.
But then it started clicking. Like, all that trauma they went to really brought the team together, and you could see like they was fighting, bro. In every game, like they was down, didn't matter, they was fighting. Derek Carr was doing his shit as he's done for. I've seen him do it the last like 4 years.
Pretty much every year.
Pisses me off because I don't really like.
Every year he's pretty consistent, man. I think it was the year after he broke his leg. He was kind of shit. But
I think it was another coaching change, and he was shell shocked because you still behind the same line that missed
it's
that
like,
block.
y'all got me fucked up.
So, yeah, like, hey.
I'm gonna let this bitch go. Fuck that. I'm not letting routes develop or anything. 1-2, and I'm letting this bitch fly.
Let that baby go.
Hey, is that how it is coming back from an injury, getting back on the field, or do you just gotta trust that you're ready?
It's like, it's both, honestly. It be in your head mostly.
Yeah.
And that'd be the main thing, because you be thinking too much about what you hurt before. And, like, honestly, when you have a big injury, that'd be the hard part, just bouncing back from that part. Like, for me, it was like that. Once I got hit in my leg, then I was like, all right, I'm cool. It ain't gonna break. Like, then I was cool. But before I got hit in it, I'll always be sitting there like, okay.
Butterflies and shit.
Yeah, like, I'm just waiting for somebody to, like, finally do the shit, because I know I'm going to get hit in my legs and shit. I was just waiting for it. And when it finally happened and I got up, I was like, oh, okay, I'm cool. And I was back. Sometimes it just take time. Because like, you just be thinking too much.
Yeah, for sure.
So is it like the thinking about having to go through the whole process of being hurt again, or is it just that initial pain of that hit? Like, I remember that shit. Like, I remember going for a block, trying to pin it, and came down on somebody's ankle and broke my shit. And, like, that initial pain, like, I thought about, even when I got my shit, like, jumping to go for a block or dunk or people around for a jump stop, like, I already initially thought, like, coming down, like, I don't want to feel that shit. Like, that mother, you gonna drop. Like, I'm old as hell now. And my eyes watering up. Like, like, that's what I was thinking about. For real. That should be wild.
For me, it's like the opposite. I would say I don't like the process of being out and like being hurt and like just watching everyone else play when you like, fuck, bro.
That's mentally draining.
Yeah. And it's like
fuck, I want to be out there battling with my brothers.
Exactly. And like, I had a coach, when I sprained my ankle right before our football camp, like we go out to Utah every year and play at SUU, do this like jamboree with a bunch of different high schools. And I sprained my ankle right before doing rollerblading. Like, it was whatever, but I cried that day because like I knew I just had football camp coming up. And I got to talk to my coaches to tell them my shit. So I go out there, first practice, I can't like step on my ankle like aggressively. You know, I played left tackle, so I gotta move. I was like 260 then. I know I don't look like a left tackle right now, but so I can't run on it, bro. Can't run on my ankle at all. And I got a coach. And he pulled me to the side. He's like, this is your first year of varsity football. Like, you got to thug it out. He was like, your ankle hurts, but he was like, you're stepping on it so you can find a way to make it happen. So he wrapped my shit up hella tight, and then I just, like, went off to the side for that first practice and just, like, literally for, like, 10 minutes just try to teach myself how to run on it, bro. And then eventually I did. And I went 6 weeks into the season, bro, and I was fine, like, I was literally trotting, and I wasn't very fast, but I was, like, getting to where I needed to be, making the blocks I needed to make and shit, because we ran the triple option. So I'm just blocking linebackers all day, bro.
Did you play at Arbor or something?
I played at Shadow.
Damn, my guy Coach pulled the varsity blues. Like, shit, get out there, Sam.
Yeah, literally, man. Literally.
What'd you play there?
I'm class of 2021, so, like, I played in 2019.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. That's like some high numbers.
But no, it's like, and then I sprained my ankle literally like on some my phone. I sprained my ankle on some bullshit, like outside of practice, outside of the game. Like I got shoved on some horseplay and like sprained it again, and then I couldn't do it no more. So like the feeling of being out, like, cause in the rest of the games, I just had to watch us like lose.
So, real ninja answer real quick. Because we all athletes. We all competitors. Sitting out, we all had to sit out games due to injuries or whatever the case is. Are you more so mad that you're not out there with your team competing? Or are you mad that, like, if I was out there, I'd be cooking these?
I'll be cooking these. I can't lie. My backup was sorry as a motherfucker, and that's why we lost. I don't even care what nobody say. Our backup was straight butt cheeks when we got hurt, and I saw that shit go straight down the drain, bro.
Like this, man.
I don't care. He's trash. Still my dog, bro. Man, that was some trash shit.
Because I be hearing people say, like, man, it just sucks I'm not out there with my brother.
Yeah.
We're out there fighting. But in the back of my head, like, majority of the times, it was like, I can't believe y'all letting this trash ass dude score. I'll be out there cooking.
Man, that was my thing, bro. Like, I was so hot. And like, he'll come to the sideline. I used to be like, bro, like, what are you looking at? And like, he'll just look at me. I'm like, no, seriously. Like, you know, bruh's wide open downfield and you just running for your dear life, my nigga. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That shit, I don't even like think about that shit.
That's the competitive spirit in us all, man. We're out there, we're
is.
trying to get the job done. All right, so let's get us back to the Raiders, man. So the offseason was very interesting, especially for the
yes,
AFC
sir.
West, man.
Yes, sir.
So before I jump to the Raiders' big splash move, I want to mention some of the other splash moves that pretty much each team made, whether that was a player going in or out. Starting with the Chiefs, they traded Tyreek Hill. He went to the Dolphins, but they got a lot of compensation back in return for him. Maybe that won't pay dividends immediately, but in the entire contract with Patrick Mahomes, we could be looking back at this Tyreek Hill trade and saying, "Damn, we got this player, and this player that contributed to this success." So that's to be determined. But also, you got the Chargers. They went out. They got Khalil Mack. They signed a few guys on that defense to hopefully take them over the top.
You got Bosa on the other side.
So Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, that's two fucking nasty guys coming off the ends, and they did re-sign Derwin.
yeah, the big dog over there.
If he stays healthy, that's one of the top 5 or 7
AFC West
safeties.
is really competitive.
Yeah, man.
This year is really competitive. It's gonna be interesting because all the teams can really play. Like, and every team has great assets to that team. So it's gonna be interesting.
Great quarterbacks in every team.
Every team.
Because you go down to the Broncos, they made the big splash. Got Russell Wilson down there.
That's right.
I'm gonna be controversial as a Raiders fan because fuck all them.
Oh, facts.
I mean, Kansas City.
Facts. Kansas City
Denver,
can suck a dick.
Charger.
Fitnax.
But we do have a crazy division talent-wise. Yeah. But I don't think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be more clear cut than people think it's gonna be. I think a harder division would be with the Browns.
The
Ravens,
AFC North always been ghetto.
The Steelers.
The AFC North always
and
been
the
ghetto.
Dolphins. 'Cause I think they're more crazy. With ours is hella talent, but I think the offenses is gonna cook. Like the top offense is gonna be one to cook. Like the defense.
So I got a hot take for y'all. I don't think the Broncos or the Raiders make the playoffs.
Oh yeah, that just sounds like you hating.
I think the Chargers are going to win the division and the Chiefs are going to be close behind.
Okay. What I will say, what evidence pushes you towards that happening? I understand
Chargers, you got Justin Herbert. I think he's going to take it one level higher. They re-signed some key guys that he
as
needed,
far
Mike
as
Williams
stats
and
or
Keenan
wins?
Allen. Wins. Because when you shore up that defense, that defensive line is nasty, man. Yeah. And then they have the DBs in the backfield that can take advantage of the pressure that's going to be on the quarterbacks. You have Derwin James is going to be back there doing his thing. He could be a ball hog. I believe in his rookie season, he had a handful of interceptions, right? 5 or 7 around there. He's shown he can get the job done.
Yeah, I do.
You mentioned
like
J.C. Jackson, which you're talking shit about him.
Asante Samuel Jr.
But they got some guys, and they have some young guys that are still blossoming to
They still got Chris Harris
or taking the next step
They still have Chris Harris, right?
as a third
The
DB
announcer?
Yeah.
or a third corner.
So what makes you think the Raiders won't make it to the playoffs this year?
Just because, man, if you have two teams ahead of you in your division, it's
So-
gonna be real tough to make.
Okay, so here's my
Okay.
no.
Okay, go ahead,
Let
go
me say
ahead,
this.
Mark.
Let me say
Go
this
ahead.
because the funny part about it is we're about to see Derek Carr with a true number one now, and a true slot, and we already got one of the best tight ends in the league, and shit, top 5 back in my opinion. Once the boy gets rolling.
That's pushing it.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
top
what
12.
what five?
Okay,
what-
okay, let me
No,
finish.
okay,
Let me
go
finish
ahead,
what I
go
gotta
ahead,
say,
go ahead.
though. Let me finish what I gotta
Talk,
say.
my brother.
The thing about it is, y'all really sitting there saying, you even said before this podcast even started, Derek Carr been consistent the last couple years. What happened last time when he had a true number one and a number two? Please tell me what happened. Prior to him getting hurt, please tell me what happened.
Four.
Please tell me what happened. So now that we have this again, and we have a dude that coached under Belichick. The way that we play now, we play way more aggressive than we ever have. That's
Josh
the truth.
McDaniels isn't proven as a head coach.
Yeah.
Okay, so when Tom Brady holds his rings
look,
up,
Look here, youngster. Before you get
Who-
to talking
who-
about these
who-
Broncos, you better go talk.
you see how I haven't made eye contact with because I knew he was a Broncos fan. We're gonna get into that later. We're gonna get into. But as far as what, this is why. As far as this goes, with your logic, you're saying the corner. So we're stacking it up. You're Chargers. We're gonna say that you're the Chiefs. I'm gonna play the devil. I'm gonna be the Raiders. Okay, we're rocking it up. We got Rocky Sin. We got Hobbs, and we got Trayvon Mullen. Our backup, our fourth would be Anthony Everett from the Ravens. For our scheme, they're all press corners. They're actually all very good, like top 10 as PFF and all those other stuff go as press corners. So you guys have Keenan Allen. Now, I'm not taking Nathaniel from Keenan Allen. He's one of the top dogs to me, honestly. I'll put him top 5. Because like I said, route runner, he like top 3. You know the big dog is over there with the Raiders, Devontae Adams. So you know we got that.
I think he's probably consensus top 2 or top 3 in the league for sure. Not saying he's 2 or 3.
Yeah, it sounds like Madden 99 club this year. Oh, that may be number 1. We're just gonna go number 1 because I don't want to take anything from DC, Mr. Adversity. But we're gonna get to Mr. Controversial. We're gonna get to him later. We're gonna, spark that torch a little later. But so far as the defense is where we're at in it. Because that's what they say that they were lacking last year. They blamed it on the coaching and the defense.
And I think going and get Chandler Jones, with
Yeah.
Max Crosby on the other side, that's right up there with
So
the
that's what I'm
Chargers.
saying. So I feel so far as talent wise, we damn near match up the same. JC
That's why you
Jackson,
said before it all comes down to the offense.
yeah,
and-
offense and the adversity that they've been through. Justin Herbert, when shit get tough, he's throwing picks. When the coach had faith in you. Now we say the coach, it was a bad decision to go on fourth or whatever the case is, but if he's the next coming, like all the media and everybody say, you got to make that play. You can't overthrow Jared Cook when he's wide open or the out route or whatever the case is. Against the worst quarterback and their defense, that was bad. Because if you really think about it, we was cooking them. It wasn't a close game until the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. Honestly, until 7 minutes, the Raiders were up 15 points. 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and it went to overtime.
Yeah.
That's not an offense, the worst quarterback in the league type thing. Because Zay Jones, don't get me wrong, my guy got that man paid. He over there with the Jags doing this thing. But Zay Jones ain't Keenan Allen. Hunter Renfrow ain't Mike Williams, although I think, I would edge Hunter on now. Hunter do his shit.
I'm a big fan of Mike Williams, so I'm gonna go with Mike.
And then when we talk about coaching, like, we can't take anything away. He did have a rough start with the fucking Broncos, but Tim Tebow was his quarterback. Derek Carr ain't Tim Tebow by any measure.
So you think Josh McDaniels gonna be able to construct a really nice offense and get them boys firing all cylinders?
He when Tom Brady holds his fingers up and he has rings, you have to see who was calling the plays. Tom wasn't out there. Belichick just wasn't out there doing this stuff. That offensive coordinator was Josh McDaniels. Mm-hmm. He left. The Patriots didn't win a championship when he left, or whatever the case is. They didn't win that year he left. He came back, they won.
Coincidence?
So
or what y'all think, huh?
you put an adaptive quarterback who's had 6 to 7 head coaches, 5 to 6 offensive coordinators with an offensive mind. Somebody creative.
Yeah.
That's what it was last year. Honestly, through all the shit that we went through, it came down to one play against a team that played in the fucking Super Bowl.
We should have completed that. Damn
And that was because we ran the same exact fucking play 2 plays prior. You did nothing with 6'6" fucking Darren Waller. He just ran a bullshit distracted fade. You had Hunter Renfrow running out right on the other side. And then you have Zay Jones
In the back of the
slanting towards the back of the end zone. That's the only options. You didn't get a chip block with fucking Josh. That's it. But John Gruden was fuck the emails. He should have been out on the way after having that type of talent and not, converting through that second half of the season. Like I'm saying, I just don't like to move the goalpost. So I feel in that Chargers versus Raiders matchup that the Raiders have that edge. Because now it's not Justin Herbert has all those weapons and we blame it on the coach or the defense. Because just like they say Derek Carr got pressure, bro has pressure. Now, I can't keep giving it was the coach. He went for it on four. He trusted his all-star quarterback who didn't make the play and lost. Like, we went 5th seed with a substitute special teams coach. Not taking anything but my guy Rich. I mean, he's the leader of men.
Hey, them boys, they went off.
What?
They went off last year, considering everything.
An offensive line that was iffy and gimpy. Like you said, we gotta really put into account that the Raiders are coming. Like this year seems so. Like this offseason seems so smooth because. Like, we just had 2 TV personalities as a head coach and our general manager. Not taking anything from fucking Mike Mayock because we got fucking the Condor, we got Mad Max. I mean, that Clete Farrell pick was fucking wild, but we got...
And it was a stretch, too.
Yeah, we got...
He was projected to go in the teens, I think. Got grabbed him at 4.
We got Merrick, wild shit that we, I don't know what they thought they could do, but... whatever. But now we have 2 people who came from a championship-built structure.
So they have that structure in place already, and they're hoping to emulate that same success in this organization.
Mm-hmm. And you would say that Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree were good wide receivers. Like even now, like Amari Cooper did, not show up in big moments at times with us when it was drops and shit like that. Tree did his thing, but like you said, we went 12-4. Mm-hmm. You gave him the best wide receiver in the league. A person who dissects defenses before it goes or whatever.
So do y'all think Devontae Adams is gonna put up the same numbers he did in Green Bay?
No.
Or do you think is gonna be
I
a
feel
big drop?
touchdown wise, yes, but we have so many weapons it'll damn near be hard to unless we just really just run and score.
It's going to be pick your poison at a certain point because you're going to have to double down on somebody. Mm-hmm. And that's just the truth. You're going to have to double down on somebody. So it's just or focus on somebody when it comes to the throwing game because you put the main focus on Devontae. You still got Hunter. We still got Darren. And who do we just pick up?
Hunter, Darren, Devontae. We got Tyron Johnson.
Yeah, Tyron Johnson.
And DJ Turner, who I think is going to make the team.
Shout out family. You already know what's happening.
Yeah, but that's my honest opinion of who I make. Honestly, the line, I seen they've been doing a lot of different things, makeshift. But as far as us matching up to the Chargers, who I think is going to be, if we not getting it, I think it'll be the Chargers.
You can't count the Chiefs
from
still.
talent-wise.
You can't count out Patty. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that is a big. People really are underestimating dropping that's like a ball of electricity that you just dropping on the field. Don't get me wrong, he does still have Kelsey. Don't get it messed up. Juju ain't no slouch either. But a person just like us having Ruggs, you have to back up. You can play, TikTok star, you can hit him. He can be hit. That slant route is cool, but we picked up all our corners, our press cover corners. Then you had Jonathan Abrams who gonna be playing that zone down there outside linebacker. Like,
Yeah,
Then
because
you
don't
have-
get that man lost on the island. Shit.
Yeah.
But that's what I think our division's gonna boil
That should
down
be so
to.
funny. He be
Because offensively, like I said, Pat Mahomes is Pat fucking Mahomes. Like I
Yeah,
don't care
this is the big thing about Patrick Mahomes is that we're finally gonna see what he's truly
adversity.
made of. How he's getting paid all that money, and you just lost a big weapon, like you said, that ball of energy that's not on the field anymore. So now they're going to be able to double down on Kelsey. They're going to be able to hone in on the running game. They're going to be able to keep a man to play spy just in case Pat wants to run his ass around. So what
And
is he
that's
going to
if-
be able to do? And is he going to be able to, keep the same success that he had with Tyreek Hill post Tyreek Hill?
He's gonna have success because they drafted good, in my opinion. Because I scouted some people. I honestly like Sky Moore. He's a quick wide receiver, good route runner, strong and things like that. But he's small. He's even smaller than Tyreek Hill, and not as strong. Like the accelerate. Like I said, it's
Like 5'7"?
he could be a little He could be a little taller than that. But if he develops
Like me out
quick,
there.
like you said, they got Juju, they got Marquez Scantley, who they say that was the speed receiver with Green Bay. But like I said, it really just depends on how he's gonna read now. Like before, he didn't have to do all that. Like I said, now if he's gonna break down defense, like I said, but they still have Travis Kelce. Hilaire, he's not no slouch. He's a good back who can catch out the backfield. They defense, that's what I'm more scared of. Their offensive line and their defense.
Is Sorensen
I don't
still
know.
there?
Yeah, I don't know what their
No,
defense
he
is
went
going
to-
to be.
Tyron.
That
He went with
George
him.
Kalafanaskis.
He went with him.
Oh, they did go
Yeah,
together.
they
Tyron's
both-
about to be heated, bro. Because like you see them videos, every time he got burned, he just in the back like every time. He
But
can't
they,
cover.
what safety they
can't cover
picked
for
up?
shit.
Did they pick up the safety from? They
Justin
just
Reed.
picked up Justin Reed. Yeah,
He's not a scrub. He's not a scrub.
No, he's not a scrub at all. But I still like Matthew.
His was
He was
scary,
the heart of the defense because Frank Clark and who else they get up there now? Frank Clark, Chris Jones, and that Kalafanaskis dude. That he's actually a cool little pass rusher, but it really depends on their younger players and if he gonna break down and read defenses. But like I said, that O-line, because everybody got pass rushers too, to a certain extent. Randy Gregory, Bradley Chubb.
Yeah, everybody has two.
Frank
Yeah.
Clark,
Two or
Chris
more.
Jones, Chandler Jones, Mad Max. Like I said, so it really depends on what your offensive line do. Like I said, I'm more worried about our right side of our line. Like Chargers will be missing J.C.
That's
Jackson.
a good thing
probably
because
week
he's
one.
right-handed though.
Yeah.
Be more worried about that backside.
And
If your
our
backside
coach-
ass and you
yeah.
righty. Oh no.
Our coach is offensively,
the left side.
scheme-wise, good enough. You can scheme your offensive line to help your quarterback out, like whether you chipping,
Yeah.
whether you doing anything. Derek Carr don't hold the ball in his hands. Like he got quick release, so he'll get it out in time to be able to.
Will say he needs to use his legs more though. In certain
In this-
situations.
in this offense, I feel he will be able to. Like
he's
I
not.
said,
He's not like blazing fast, but he can get out of
He's
stuff.
athletic,
quick.
though.
He's
And
quick.
I just
can't
wish
let
he would
Nathan
do that
Peterman
more. That's the
and
only
freaking
thing
Stidham.
that I wish he would like really do.
Huh.
Is, like use his legs in certain situations to where like if it's like a 3rd and 4, instead of running around and stepping back and throwing it, man, just go get that first down.
And
Slide, call it a day.
I used to give him the excuse. I'm like, shit, if in the media they talking about trade my ass every 20 minutes, I'm not about to go jump and
Man.
get destroyed and get her like, nah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna wait.
I'm getting
until I
paid that
get my
much, man. I
money.
gotta risk something every week, man.
Oh yeah, now
I'm
he
getting
getting
paid
now
that
he
much,
getting
man.
them yapers. Now
Hey, I like how the quarterbacks are starting. I mean, all players are starting to get a lot of money. For so long, there was such a huge
some of them
difference.
don't need all that money though, man.
it used to be a huge difference between the NBA players and then the NFL players. But shit, with some quarterbacks getting fucking $50 million a year,
Yeah.
$45 million a year,
We still need that.
They closed that gap.
We need
quick.
that MLB money though.
If you gotta add in that your quarterback gotta study 4 hours in a
Shout
contract,
out to Kyler Murray.
you don't need to be getting $250 million.
Yeah,
If you have issues studying, you don't need $250 million. Now, by all means, get your money. I'm not counting nobody's pockets. Pay that man. But
Bread, bro.
yeah, as far as that, but Broncos, they ain't beat the Raiders in 3 years, so it ain't really too.
It's different with Russell Wilson down there, though.
Go Broncos.
Let me ask you.
It is to a certain extent, but that's a lot of questions too.
Shout out to Sierra.
How do y'all see the AFC West transpiring?
Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos.
Broncos West. What you think, Elijah?
Say it's gonna be a toss up between the Raiders and Chargers, 1 and 2. See, only reason why I'm putting the Broncos 3 is because of Russell Wilson, and that is the truth. Because we didn't seen this dude literally have nobody and still get his team into the playoffs.
Question. By nobody, do we mean the Seattle team from last year?
I'm talking about
or
the
do
past
we
couple
mean
years. You gotta think about
Before.
the past couple years. Other than minus
That
Metcalf.
defense that was crazy. Metcalf,
No,
Lockett.
I'm talking about the last. I'm not talking about the Legion of Boom. I'm talking about the last,
Post Legion of Boom.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
Post-
They was
I'm
all
saying
wrong.
they ain't
It's in the
had
present.
That year they
trash
lost to the
defense because they
Vikings.
got Earl Thomas.
No, but I'm
when they
talking
got-
about from an
Yeah.
offensive standpoint.
Oh yeah.
And when you're a quarterback and you really don't have much, he really didn't have a
He didn't
deep
have
threat,
an offensive line at
but
all.
he didn't have
No.
a deep threat downfield. Either.
Tyler Lockett is that deep threat.
Bro, when you're 5'8", come on.
And he was the only, he was there.
Yeah,
But
but you
let's
damn
be
near
real.
their number
You're
one.
5'8",
You
come
just
on,
run
man.
his fast.
He's damn near
No,
their
but
number
when
one
you're
receiver,
5'8",
so it's like
that can't be
Yeah.
your
You
number
you can hone
one.
in on him.
But DK and Lockett is a
But
lot
I'm talking
more
about
than a
when
lot more
DK wasn't
people.
there. That's what
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
when
When
DK
DK
wasn't
wasn't
there.
there, he was still getting them to the wild card, to the second round. So
And he has some young pieces.
yeah, and that's the
with
interesting
Broncos.
thing about
He's a
that
young
dude,
core.
because when he did have the Legion of Boom and all that in the running back, his job was so easy because it was I could get
Yeah.
a ball to
Don't fuck up.
Marshawn, do his
Yeah.
thing.
Don't fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's you've seen him
So
literally
you
not
don't
much and
see
still
him
kind of
as
compete.
running from that adversity, running from that team. Because
He-
once the line and the defense got
I'll-
kind of shoddy, it was kind of like
Not him
Well,
running
you
from.
have to
He
go
won-
get somebody for me too. if
Yeah,
I'm
they
your
not
dude.
the
That's true.
him and the higher ups wasn't in
Yeah,
cahoots.
you have to go get somebody for me eventually.
He wanted
did
more-
Give me DK. That's cool. I need a line at least.
I need
or
to be
something.
protected.
You know what I'm saying?
This shit
But
hurts.
it ain't no line in Denver. He went through the same motherfucking situation. They
Yeah.
just got a defense and 3 wide receivers who can get separation but can't catch the fucking ball.
Hey, maybe Sarah wanted some good weed. We don't know.
that is true.
That cookie's still fire.
That is
Sorry.
true. It is a bigger market than Seattle, definitely.
Shout out to Sierra.
I honestly think he's gonna be cool, but like I said, I like to go off of since they moved the goalpost for my quarterback. I like to move it for everybody else's. I like to go off the what have you done for me lately. Like, mine lately was 5th seed quarterback, 5th seed team in the playoffs.
Well, Russ Wilson was hurt last year. His last complete season, he was.
Bro played like 9 to 10 games.
But he broke
I
his
can't lie.
thumb.
The
His
way
thumb,
he
though.
started off that season,
feel
bro,
it.
was on fire. I was like,
and
he
then-
gonna throw for about 60 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I was like, good
60
Lord.
touchdowns and 6
I
interceptions.
was like, good Lord.
Man.
I do remember.
He was just hyping
And that was
it
his
and
last
bombed
complete
that
season
bitch.
too.
But
And
no, I
look,
feel you though. It's gonna be interesting because the dude can
It is.
compete,
Yeah.
but we're in the division now to where every team
Every
beat
team.
each other. That's just the truth. Every team can beat each other.
Like I said, it really is going to depend on that. The rushers, like that offensive line. And if your defense is going to tackle the man in front of them, because everybody got playmakers.
Is this the most competitive division in the NFL?
Yes.
Yeah, it has
Yes.
the most talent. But I think the more it's the most competitive talent wise. But I think I said more back and forth. I think it's going to be with the Browns. and
Yeah.
the
I think the
Ravens
AFC
the
North
most.
still.
Steelers gonna be ass though.
No,
Oh,
I don't see
Kenny-
it.
No,
Kenny
Mike
gonna be
Tomlin has
nice,
not
bro.
had a losing season.
This is gonna be
since
the
he's
first
been
one.
Hey,
He'll go 500.
listen
He'll go.
to me.
No,
He's
you
gonna
can't.
go
You
five.
can't.
Oh,
they-
you
how
can't.
they
He'll go
talking
9 and
about-
8.
He's gonna go 8 and
He's
9.
gonna go 9 and 8.
Just
Or they'll tie. They always tie. They'll tie.
Schedule.
Oh yeah,
They always tie.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
8 and 1.
Look at their schedule. Their
Always
shit
the
is tough.
schedule. Half their toughness is playing the Ravens and the Bengals and the Browns.
That's 5 to 6 losses right there.
Shit, I don't know.
Deshaun's
Out
not
of
playing
6
11
games?
games, so let's be real.
That's why I said 5 because I think the Browns will beat them once without him.
You got to see when they play them though, because sometimes you'll
You don't
play a
know.
So
team.
I'm saying if they play them both without Deshaun, I think they'll still get at least one win.
I honestly think the Bengals is gonna win that division pretty
Jacoby-
handily,
Jacoby Brissett.
but I think the Steelers could be like the second team.
Man, I think the Ravens, honestly.
Honestly, the Ravens, I do like the Ravens. But
Browns
the
might be
Bengals,
last considering
They just
that
shored up
Deshaun
their
situation.
offensive line.
And they,
More
man,
so,
they're-
yeah.
I can't lie, man. Like even their second and third string, like in this preseason, them dudes look good. Like
You said who, the Ravens?
Yeah, even their second and third string, like they're still like, damn, like it's impressive. And they was even talking about how Lamar, his throwing gets better every year. They saying like any
You think
game,
he's
damn,
gonna sit
any
out?
game. Oh hell no! Any game damn near 20 pounds. He gonna get his paper.
20 pounds?
Yeah, he gained damn near 20 pounds.
Good gosh. Yeah, man. It's going to be wild. It's going to be real interesting, man. Jumping over to the Raiders. One thing I wanted to bring up before we close this thing out is the running back situation. You know, Josh Jacobs, when he's healthy, he's that fucking guy. You mentioned your biased opinion was he's
Best
top
running
5
back
in the league.
division.
But when you go out, you don't pick up his fifth-year option, then you draft Zamir White. It's like, okay, are you, like you said, are you dangling for trade bait, or are you doubling down to win now mode, or what's going on with that running
You
back
need two
situation?
backs now. That's just the truth. You need two backs. You don't. It's not that old
But
typical
are they going
league.
to pay two backs?
Not what people think they're gonna pay, because you got to think they are still coming from the Patriot side, the Patriot way, and they don't pay running backs like that. They got running backs by committee. You got now. I think Josh Jacobs has developed into more of a first and second down back. I think he's gonna be first and second down. I think third down, it's probably gonna be Amir Abdullah. That's why we released Kenyon Drake. I think he's.
I think he's gonna be that back that'll go onto the slot too.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
kind
stuff
of like
that. Like,
upgraded Jalen Richard. You would think. Shout out to my guy, Jalen.
man, that was my
Rich,
dude, man.
Rich
Jalen
Rocket,
Richard, man. That
He was solid. I
He
had
was
him on
nice.
a couple fantasy teams for
he
sure.
was dope, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far as running back, like I said, if the line gets pushed, he don't. If he trusts the line like last year, you could see once we start subbing them out a little bit more, and they start giving them other dudes other touches towards the end of the season, he starts saying fuck it and running where he was supposed to. But our line was so iffy, he would try to bounce it out more and wouldn't get any push. But he was like, okay. But so far as making him miss and all that, it's only Derrick Henry and who else up there with him? Alvin or Nick Chubb. As far as missed tackles, yeah.
Alvin is
As far as
Nick
far as
Chubb,
missed
too.
tackles,
yeah, Nick Chubb.
Whoever
too.
gets in front of Nick Chubb is getting ran
Yeah.
over.
yeah, or Juke.
But
And then that next one's getting stiff arm.
this year, what are you gonna see? Because if he's in the league damn near this whole time, guaranteeing making the first or second person miss, they running downfield. If it's pick your poison, don't get me wrong. Josh Jacobs a dog, but you going with Darren Waller, and you gonna slide back with D Wall Street, and you gonna slide back with Devontae Adams. You gonna keep a little eye on Hunter Renfrow.
Hey,
or
them two
whatever
are going to
it
be
is.
dangerous together, man. Them,
Whereas I
that's
think
a lot of size. With if you put, say you push Waller out and run him two receiver set with
And
Devontae
then-
Adams, that's going to be hard to cover.
And then the thing is, we gonna be more so in two tight end sets because you got to think
Who's your
They-
second tight end?
Foster Monroe,
don't know who that
big
is.
white dude,
Oh
LSU.
shit! I need to do some due diligence. boy.
He won a chip as a rookie. He did his thing too. Then he hurt his knee, but he's more so like the Gronkish,
Okay.
bigger dude, better blocking, still can get downfield, still can catch the ball.
He's gonna
Waller
hover around the middle more.
Waller is more that Hernandez.
minus the
Feet.
killing.
Yeah, minus the
He only kills on the field.
the good version. So like I said, that Hunter Renfro, Wes Welker, like he really rebuilt those years, that team where they was winning 14, 15 games. They thinking they finna go undefeated that whole time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. That's who the play caller was. That's who's calling the play. And I think he's learned from that Broncos job. Outside of you can't fucking win with somebody who throws the ball like Tim Tebow.
Yeah, that was that.
Devontae Adams.
Timmy T.
My God.
Hey man, shout out to Tim Tebow. Y'all remember when the homie went into overtime? And
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, he won.
hit homie
Against the
across
Steelers.
the
Rest in peace.
belly.
Rest in peace to Marius Thomas.
That was his
Rest in
coach.
peace.
Now he still took him to the playoffs. Now if he took Tim Tebow to the motherfucking playoffs, you gonna sit here and look me in my
Yeah,
face
Tebow jersey.
and tell me he can't go to the
cool, bro.
playoffs with Devontae Adams,
didn't like
Derek
it.
Yeah, the
Carr,
orange one.
man.
I think he's very capable. He's
for real?
very capable.
If we shore up that right side of that line,
That's the big if.
And
Because
Derek Carr
if
holds
Derek
on to
Carr
the
doesn't
ball.
have time to get the ball off, which he said he does have a quick release, sometimes you're going to have to hold that motherfucker a little
you
bit.
definitely do.
So it's going to come down to that. It's going to be really big. But when it comes down to weapons,
Yeah, we have
who
a
wouldn't
plethora.
want to play quarterback for the Raiders right now?
There's not too many teams. Like
You
I
want to get
said,
out there. Shit.
Al really pissed off the league
Get out there, too.
and the people
That
who with the
motherfucker.
league because there's no way half these stats that are list that's coming out and Raiders aren't in the top offensive in those. Like, don't get me wrong, the Bills are a great team, but their offense isn't better than the Raiders. The Titans are a great team. Their offense isn't better than the Raiders. The fucking Chiefs, great team. The Chargers, great team. So it's really we don't like the team and we don't like the
You
quarterback.
guys have a superior offense. There may only be one or two teams in the league with the better offense.
Yeah. And not even better offense. They just like the quarterback better.
I don't know. The Bucks got a better offense than the Raiders for sure.
I don't
When
think
Julio
how.
Jones is your fourth receiver.
Julio ain't Atlanta Julio.
We're about to find a
Man,
fuck
his
out.
hamstrings is blown out. He pulled him.
But don't get me wrong.
twice.
How's your offensive
like,
line,
y'all
though?
still got a good one. Like they got a squad.
One hamstring, and this man could catch fades
But
in the
Brady-
red zone
Brady's-
all the time.
Brady's not gonna have as much time as he's had.
But
That
recent
that
years.
scares me too.
Yeah,
Okay, so
his
who's their
old
tight
Tom.
end? So let's count it up.
Right.
Wide receiver.
pressure
Who
on
has
Tom.
the better
Yes,
wide
bro.
receivers?
Buccaneers.
How?
You got Mike Evans. You got Chris
Devontae's
Godwin.
better. Hunter did more last year. What have you done for me lately, my guy? 1,000
Chris
yard
Godwin
run.
had 100 catches and 1,000 yards last year,
He did.
and he missed the last 3 games.
Okay, then that's a wash. Then
Russell Gage came over from Atlanta as a third receiver, and he was balling the fuck out for them last year.
Tyron Johnson, he's unproven. He cool, but like I said, he unproven. So
Julio.
okay, Julio, that's y'all receiving core. Okay, so I'll give y'all receivers then.
Now tight ends, that's going to y'all. for
Although Devontae is a big gap to fill, but go ahead.
I think the
Tight
gap
end.
is close. It's close between Mike Evans and Devontae Adams. If you look at the numbers, their career numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say
very-
because consistently,
yeah,
Mike
yeah,
Evans
yeah. Mike
consistently
very
is
close.
consistently is
And
the most
he did do some things. with
consistent
James.
1,000-yard receiver
So
I've
I'll
seen in my
give-
time.
Now
I'll
I give
you-
Devontae the edge for sure.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
But it's fucking a lot closer than a lot of people think.
Tight end.
That's 100% y'all. With
Okay.
Gronk not coming back, but I can see Gronk
Running
coming back,
back.
like week 16.
But I still
Running back.
take Waller over Gronk honestly. Now
Yeah,
I
would've
think
took
I
Waller
think
over
running
Gronk,
back
yeah.
running backs is wash. Leonard Fournette.
I know you
versus
didn't
Josh
just say
Jacobs.
Leonard, i.e. Honey Buns Fournette is better than fucking Josh.
Hey,
Jacobs.
his big
Nah,
ass
that-
is gonna
that-
be coming down to practice, and that Tampa Heat trying to lose.
he
No, I
was
said
he been
better.
balling since he was like 8.
better than Josh Jacobs. though.
Did you see his numbers last year?
I understand what you. I said better than Josh Jacobs.
I said
I'd
it's
say they're similar.
A wash.
So close. It's close. It's close. It's
picking-
close.
If you're picking a team, and you're like, damn, I have Josh Jacobs left, and I have Leonard Fournette. You're saying,
all right. So I'm gonna do.
Well, what
she
have you
said.
done for
What
me
have you
lately?
done for
What have
me
you done for me
Yes.
lately? What
I
What
did
Josh
take
Jacobs
my
do
team
last
to
year?
the
playoff Lenny?
playoffs.
Playoff Lenny.
He did
He-
go to the playoffs,
And he went.
but-
And he.
Only dude
Okay.
that laughs when he gets tackled. I ain't never seen you seen
That's
that
just
video.
crazy. That's crazy.
I'm like, bro, what is wrong
He's like
with this
giggling,
dude?
bro.
Just goofy.
Every time he get hit,
all 260.
I give the
pounds of-
offensive wash then, because I feel we got the better running back.
All right, let's let a non-biased opinion go.
He's a Broncos fan. How the
Go
fuck is
Broncos.
that
Alright,
non-biased?
so,
No,
never
but
mind.
I know
I
Josh
take it
Jacobs.
back.
I respect your players. I'm not shit talking to
Broncos.
anybody on your team.
Y'all got one hell of an offense.
Yeah.
Like I can't take nothing away from the Raiders offense. The boys are cold.
On
Yeah,
paper.
I would give that. I would give that because I would say the Buccaneers and the Bengals, their offense is up there with the Raiders.
Now our line, even with the injury woes that we're dealing
Your
with right
line is
now,
way
is
better than ours.
Tristan Wirfs arguably.
You got
best
Tom.
right
I'm
tackle
sorry.
in the
Tom
league.
Brady, until he
Colton
done.
Miller is top 5 left tackles in the league.
He's cold.
Until he done, y'all gonna get somewhere.
Who?
Tom. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Brady will be
As
back.
much as I
I
hate
mean,
that,
win the
Gronk will
division.
be back.
As much
as I
But
hate
Brady
it,
ain't
like,
stupid too. Like the Bucks ain't no trash ass team. Their defense is crazy. Like fuck the offense. That defense over there.
yeah,
is
that
stupid.
defense. Yeah,
They picked up a
Them
who's that boy?
backers-
Deion White.
Devin White.
Devin White,
Devin
bro.
White.
That
Like,
who the
he's so
fucking
cold.
Raiders. That's what I'm saying. We had
He's so
TV
cold, bro.
personalities. He was a Raiders fan. Came in his draft video at the draft party with a Raiders hat on. And
That's how we passed up on Andre Johnson, Julio. No, not Julio. Larry
He's wearing a
Fitzgerald.
Raiders hat.
All these cats.
he was wearing a Raiders hat. It was his favorite team.
Damn.
CD Lamb's favorite team was the fucking
Oh
Raiders.
yeah. Henry Ray.
Hey,
He
the
knew that
Raiders
when
drafted
he picked-
the same
but
players.
I'm not mad. I'm not
A very
mad at,
fast receiver
that
in the
can't
first
catch.
round. That can't catch.
No. Because
Hey, y'all done signed about
we're not gonna
7
play
of them.
Ruggs like that. Ruggs could catch. The motherfucker wouldn't run the right route, but Ruggs could catch.
He know
And
what
we
the
got
fuck the play
him.
was, so he just goes.
The Ruggs pick was more so just a shout out to Al Davis. Like, hey, this is your cliff.
We're gonna keep fucking this up. We're gonna.
Yeah, because I'm not giving. He wasn't no Darius Hayward Bay, just a fast motherfucker who hands.
Oh, that
was
made when that
fucking
happened. I mean, I
butter.
was a kid and I was pissed off. I was like, "What?"
You remember he
Yeah,
went to the
I looked. I
Steelers and was
said,
still trash.
oh man, was that the Fitzgerald them year?
It was
It
one of
was
them years
some
when Fitzgerald and
crazy
Andre
year. I
Johnson
said-
came out. It was one of them crazy.
I think
ass
it was
years.
Andre Johnson.
And I was sitting there. I was
like,
looking at the draft, and Pops was like, "I don't get
Then
it."
that
dude."
year we
No, I
got-
think Darius
then-
Hayward Bay came out like 08. Andre
that's
Johnson came out like 02. Fitzgerald came out
It
like
was
03,
one. It
04.
was one of them years where it was a wide receiver that we clearly should have took. No, Megatron. It was Megatron.
You got Jamarcus Russell.
Uh-huh.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
he was that nigga. He was that nigga for real. Jamarcus.
But the thing is, I fucked with Jamarcus too. I wasn't mad about that pick.
Talk about Honey Bun.
I just
Fournette,
didn't
Honey
know
Bun
he
Jamarcus.
didn't study and shit like that.
Codeine Jamarcus.
Hey, you remember they played a trick on his big ass and they're like, hey,
Oh,
go watch
at the
these
film.
tapes.
But after I watched this interview, I mean, as a player, that was your fault too. Like, you got to watch the fucking tapes. But because he was like, why the fuck would you set your number one quarterback up like that anyway? Like, why wouldn't you?
Because they know
Okay.
you're a piece of shit.
So this was the year Michael Crabtree came out.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to get him
Yep.
Texas Tech, and he went to the Niners.
And he dropped too, didn't he? Or
He
did he
went
get drafted
fifth.
earlier?
He went fifth, I think.
I forgot what happened that year.
I think he went
We were
fifth.
supposed to get
Yeah.
Crabtree.
Because he put up so many touchdowns in college, and he did that shit in the NFL too.
Yeah,
ain't got a chain snatch.
went.
From Keep to Leave.
Keep to leave.
Man, you heard about what his brother did?
Stab somebody?
No,
no,
shot
he
that
shot
dude down in Texas. Crazy part is that was my little cousin, old football coach from back in the day. That got killed.
Crazy.
Damn.
Keeb, they said fired on the dude to start the fight, but it was weird because y'all was jumping him. Like there was no reason for you to even. You didn't have to pull the burner out. Like it was 8-on-1. Like.
God
Trip
damn.
him, kick him a couple times, go home. But it's a kids' football game. Like,
How
honestly,
serious
I'm
could it
not
be?
getting that mad.
Yeah.
at
Niggas
a
get
kid.
mad. I
Yeah,
will
Oh,
admit
no,
that.
they
it
do.
get rowdy, bro. It get rowdy.
Nigga got stabbed at my youth
They
football
get
game.
rowdy, bro.
It's been shootings and everything. Like, I'm not saying they don't get rowdy, but I'm saying, like, I don't see myself getting, unless they talking spicy or some shit to my kid, like, or doing some weird, like, I don't see myself getting that mad to where I got the pistol on the field. With the rest of
Yeah, my basketball coach, when I was in 5th grade, stabbed a dude at our football game.
I'm gonna just tell
Damn.
you, like, hey, bro.
I don't know how he was even able to coach me like in the basketball season, but hey,
You know what?
rest in peace, dog.
Man,
Shit is crazy.
community service program is real, nigga.
Hey, some people, you know, when they're not doing much in life, they take little things very seriously.
that's
So
their
when a
life.
6-year-old's playing football,
Yeah.
Might have to take the strap out, man. You talking too much shit.
Like, that's the crazy part. It's like number 6 a bitch. It's like, bro, he's sick. Bro. Like what? Like why? Who's a bitch? And that's probably how it started too, over some dumb shit like that.
Shit.
I hit this little punk ass again. Like, we calling the punk, nigga?
Throw
Throw the fucking ball.
That's how they say that's the police shit. Like, you can't get mad. They say the police pull out their guns and shit fast. But what the fuck are you pulling the gun out for at the fucking kid thing? Y'all supposed to be thundering. Whoops a man. Honestly, like I said, it's a kid thing. It shouldn't be nobody swinging the fucking meter sticks at people, at the kid. Like, I want my kid to have some time, but I'm just gonna put him on a team that's trash and he can go shine. I'm not.
Hey, that's how you build their personal confidence up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get 15 years for some shit that don't count. Like, at least beat up the high school coach, the college coach. Don't fight the nigga who work at Quick
Target
Trip and take the kids to get ice cream and at the end of the year get discounts at All Star Sports. You gotta, you gotta think better. You got a child. Like, you sure you can't say, hey, shake hands. Like, you can't say, hey, nigga, shake hands at the end of the game, but you fighting the coach.
Imagine them kids for the rest of their lives, bro. Yeah. Like, damn.
Like, I don't want to play fucking football no more.
My daddy locked up because he killed my coach when I was 6 years old in youth football.
Oh my God! What happened?
Not even processing that fully.
It was like 7-3.
Just at a fucking football game and they were shooting.
I'm never playing football again.
That's crazy.
That shit is wild, man. Nah. At the end of the day, you just got to keep your composure and realize that it's not really too serious.
It's not. People got to master how to chill and be Raiders fans. You can tell who raised wrong.
Obviously, that was me. Because we going to end this pod with fuck the Raiders and they ain't going to make the playoffs, man. Them boys is trash.
Last in the division. Raiders.
Last in the division. Oh, God.
Okay, that's fucked up. I didn't even say y'all would be last.
Someone has to be last.
That real low.
I didn't even say y'all would be last. He just going to throw us all like I thought we was better than that, man.
They've been in the
Damn, my brother. I thought we was better than that, my brother.
One of us got to be last. That's all I'm going to say.
Supposed to be speaking the ism.
What?